paint by numbers version of Omote Gyaku from the judo basic single collar grab. Okay, do you have any bad wrist on it? So the first thing is to get behind the knuckles. So let's rotate again so that you can see my hand's not going to be on the side, but really trying to jam up the knuckles. And as I start with this position, there's also a little bit of control, but we don't want to grab and squeeze where he's like feels that we're grabbing him. All right, so it's really like more like a defensive kind of feeling, not to do anything. And then it's across, and as we do this center line, we're stepping, we're going to sink, so we're going to lower our level a little bit and apply a little bit of pressure so that the hand is locked in a little bit. So again, if we don't turn the wrist, they can just let go and punch while they're, bend. So by having a little bit of this, it's creating some body movement which is going to turn that arm further away from us. So if you were to punch like this, I'm still in a safe position because I can lock their arm a little bit. And so you can see that I'm putting a little pressure to the wrist. Okay? Then I'm stepping across the center line without coming into range. I'm stepping out, and which is just straight across. And as I step in line, my feet are in line and my knees are going to be closed so that I don't have to worry about a groin kick. So if I'm like this, I'm wide open, whereas if I'm in the center line here, he can't kick into the groin. So if you look at my feet position, it's kind of almost the knee would fit into that slot here. All right? Then what we're going to be doing is stepping back across the center line, and as I do that, I'm going to be pushing down as I start stepping back, which takes it out of the gi, and then the other hand comes up from the inside. As we step across, I don't want to step too far deep, but just across, and as I do this, is coming into the chest and putting the fingers down, and my knee is at his elbow, so I can just come in a little bit. My main goal is not to apply so much pressure for submission, but to keep him on his side. If he's turned on his back like this, now I have no control over him, so the first thing I need to do is move into position by putting my leg against his back where he can't roll towards me and apply some pressure to the shoulder, so we're not going to worry about the submission right now and this basic position. Then I step in with the outside leg, which would also be a kick with the shin to the back of the head, and transfer so that now I have this change of the legs, so now I can really apply some pressure, and this leg is away. And now for him to turn, he really would be rolling the other way to escape, which is fine. And we'll go through the submissions later. Okay? So let's do it one more time from this side. Alright, so again, he's setting up for the right punch, checking the hand, kind of opening the door with a little bit of a turn. At this point, I grab here as I'm stepping across the center line and repositioning. This hand is still clear for any kind of a punch. The legs need to be closed, so it will kick. I step across the center line, and as I do, you can see I'm turning my hips, so I'm not stepping like this, where I'm still susceptible to a kick. And this hand comes down as I step across, and down, and one leg, and two as this changes, and apply some pressure to keep them on your side.